Hey guys, it's Jasmine D from Jasmine D TV. Thank you for visiting my channel. For you guys who are here again, I want to thank you for coming back. And then for those of you who are here for the first time, I want to thank you for coming for the first time. So today I have a informational video. And this video is about how I grew my clientele as a hairstylist. So this video can be helpful for a new stylist who is just now coming out of cosmetology school, a new stylist who maybe is new to the area, or you might not even be a new stylist, but you're just new to the area that you're in, or even someone who's still in school and you're kind of preparing for getting out of school, so then you want to know what to do in order to prepare. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what I did to prepare myself. I graduated December 31st, 6 years ago. And at that time when I graduated, I had 5 clients. My aunts, my mom, my mother-in-law, my sister, and then a friend. So using these techniques, they allowed me to build my clientele. And I was able to build a loyal clientele and clientele that fit me. And what I will say is that the way that I did this, it didn't really happen overnight. So I don't want to say like, yeah, I went out and I did these techniques and then 10 days later I was booked. No, it didn't work that way. It took me about a good year to build a good clientele. And the clientele that I have built, I am just so thankful for it, because to me, it was like really organic the way that I built my clients. So let's get into it. Okay. So the first thing that I did was I Googled salons in my area. When I say in my area, that could be 10 miles out, 15 miles. What I did was I made a list of salons that were in my area. I had about 15 salons on the sheet of paper. And I said, okay, I'm going to go to these salons. My husband made me a resume. I made a portfolio of, I had a portfolio book of pictures of my clients who I had done in school. So, I mean, that was all that I had to work with at that time, because I was just coming out of school. And so I had my book, I had my resume, and I had my feet, and I was ready to go. I went out to different salons. I drove there and I went in the salons and I just let them know, hi, I'm Jasmine. I'm a new stylist. I was just licensed and I'm looking to, work here at your salon. I went into those salons. I gave my resume. I talked to whoever the manager might be. And if the manager wasn't there, I definitely left my name, my resume, and my number. And I just let them know that I was a new hairstylist, I was freshly licensed, and I was looking for a job. Secondly, going into the different salons allows you to see what kind of environment you'll be going into. So like I said, I have 15 different salons written down on the paper. And by the time I had gone into these salons, it was about 7 of them that I actually wanted to work at. Because you want to go into a salon that's going to fit you. You want to go somewhere that's going to fit your personality. You want to go somewhere that's going to appreciate your craft, because everywhere that you go, some people might be doing the same services that you're doing, and then some people won't be, which allows you to kind of stand out a little bit. So I was that person. Like, I went to all different kinds of salons. It didn't have to be because I'm a black woman, I only went to black salons. Like, no, I went everywhere. I happened to go to this one salon that actually wasn't even on my list. And I feel like this salon was heaven sent for me at that time. I was so blessed. And I just want to thank this particular barber who owned this shop in Pontiac at Unity Barber Salon. His name is Anthony. I just want to say thank you to you, Anthony, because he blessed me to be able to work in his salon for $50 a week. I had explained to him that I am a new stylist. I don't have any clients and I don't have any money to pay booth rent. So he was really gracious. Now that I've gotten the salon that I'm going to be working in, Now it's time to get to work and get clients. Being a new stylist at a salon, you have to be there. People have to see you so that they'll know that you're there. I have my sister, my mom, my aunt, my mother-in-law, all of those 5 people that I told you I had, I would have them come up to the salon every single week. And I would do new hairstyles on them every single week. And my sister, shout out to you, Rita, she allowed me to do so many different hairstyles on her. Like, when I tell you I did a different hairstyle on her almost every week, like really. And some of them I wasn't even really good at yet, but it was like I had to start somewhere. You know, practice makes perfect. I started to gain clients because they saw me working. And just because I didn't have a client that day didn't mean that I wasn't in the salon. Like, I was there. And so then when people would come in and maybe someone's bringing their son to get his hair cut, and then they have a little daughter and I see she could use her hair getting done, I would say, hey, while he's in line waiting to get his hair cut, would you like for me to do your daughter's hair? And they're like, oh, well, I don't really have the money for that, whatever. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'll do it for free. Let me tell you about free. When you're new in the cosmetology world, it's okay to do hair for free in the beginning. When you're building your clientele, you need somebody to work on. You have to build a portfolio so that other people can see your work and say, oh, I like the way that Jasmine does hair, so I'm going to go to her. But if you don't do anybody's hair, how will they know your work? Or how will they know that they'll even like your work to come get it done? And if you don't have any clients, how will you do hair? Well, I didn't have any clients, so I sat in that salon. I saw the people that came in. It was another lady who was a stylist there, and she was older than me. She's been in the game for like almost 25, 30 years. And she would let me do her hair sometimes. So then I did her hair. Whoever's hair I could do, I did it. And people came, they began to come in and say, oh, well, can I make an appointment? And then next week when my son comes to get his hair done, or even guys, next week when I come to get my hair done, I'm going to bring my girlfriend. I'm going to bring my wife, my daughter. So that was another way that I was able to build clientele. Number 3, this was key. So my husband knew about Ming Lee, who was on Instagram and YouTube, very big. And at that time, I wasn't really like super huge into Instagram like that. So I didn't really know of her. So he was like, babe, I saw this girl on Instagram whose name is Ming Lee. You should follow her. And she talked about how she built up her clientele as a new hairstylist. So I'm like, oh, okay. So she had a book. It was a marketing tools book. She had a book, which was a marketing manual. And so I'm going to just straighten it out here because it's not in such great shape because I have been using it. So this was the Ming's marketing manual. Snot Mob. Follow her on Instagram at I am Ming Lee. So I followed a lot of the tips that she had in this book, which was really amazing because one of the tips that helped me a lot, and I did it for a while, and like even after I began to build up clientele, and sometimes you'd have those kind of like dry spots, like in the early winter months, January, February, I did those, and I'm telling you, like, it works. So to any person who is a new hairstylist, new in your area, I'm telling you, I recommend that you use this. I'm telling you to put your pride down and use this technique because it does work. Even with Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all of that social stuff that's out there, like, people like to see people, and people like to see you and your personality outside of just all of the selfies and everything, So what I did was, she talked about how she went and got business cards made, and I followed in her footsteps. I got business cards made. I went on Vistaprint and I got business cards. I think I had like 250 business cards for maybe like $10.99 or so. And I went everywhere that I went, I passed these business cards out. And she talked about how she had a certain number of business cards every single day that she took with her, and she wouldn't go home until she passed those out. And I said, bet, I'm taking that. I'm taking that because that sounds like a winner. And obviously it works because she is winning. She has like built a whole situation, like a whole empire, the Snob Mob. So you can go look her up on Instagram, and I'll also put that information down below under this video. But so what I did was I started out doing 50 cards per day, and I wouldn't go inside until I had passed out all 50 cards. I went to malls, I went to grocery stores, I went like when I would go skating, if I went to the movie, like you name it, if I went there, I passed out cards. Some of my most loyal clients have been from me passing out cards. So one client in particular, she was just getting out of a situation with her old hairstylist, who she had gotten like a really bad color job, and like a lot of her hair had come out. So she wasn't getting her hair done like at all at that time. And I saw her at the mall. Of course, I didn't know this because I didn't know her. I saw her at the mall, and I just walked up to her and I gave her my card, and I said, hi, you know, my name is Jasmine. I'm a new stylist in the area. I would love to be your hairstylist if you don't already have one. And I just listed off all of the services that I did, you know, and if you want to come and check me out, here's my card. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. This is my phone number. This is how you can reach me. Here's my email address. And I would love for you to come in and allow me to be at your service. Gave her my card. She took it, and it's so funny because every now and again we talk about this to this day. She's like, when you gave me that card, I was thinking, oh brother, here's another hairstylist trying to take my hair out. And it's so funny because she's like, I'm telling you, when I first met her, her hair was like chink, 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 you know, like all these different lengths and everything. Her hair is down to here now, and it's beautiful and it's healthy, all because she gave me a chance. So my point in saying that is that if you get out there and hit the pavement, you go and you work to get what you want, and you know, go out to these people and say, you know, hey, you know, I'd like to do your hair. I'd like to be your hairstylist, and really have your, you know, speech together, and it goes along with your personality. Like, people will come, and not everybody's going to come, because I passed out, like, I went back and got a whole bunch of cards. Okay. And so I passed out so many cards, and from a box of 250 cards, I probably got about 20 clients. So, I mean, it's not 250, but it's 20. And what you want to have is, out of 250 people, you want to have those 20 that will be loyal and that will stick with you. And so that's what's most important. Like, you know, it's not most important that you have 1,000 clients, but you want the clients that are going to stick with you. You want those clients that are going to fit your personality, that, you know, you'll be able to provide to them what they need for their hair, and you guys can mesh well together, because a lot of times your clients become your friends, and you want good friends, so then you want good clients. That's why I say it's good to get your clients organically, because you're not just getting a person off of, you know, something that they saw on Instagram or something like that, a picture that they saw of a hairstyle that you did. You're like building relationships while also, you know, building your clientele. So that's a really great way to do it. Another way that I was able to build my clientele was word of mouth. Now, word of mouth is very important. So that's why it's important to treat your clients with respect. You want to keep those clients coming back so that they'll talk and say, you know, who does your hair? And then they'll say, well, Jasmine does my hair. Let me give you her card. I love my hair. That's another thing. You want to do a good job. Even if you're a new stylist and you might not know all of the, you know, things to do for hair, and you don't know all of the new trends and stuff, definitely be studying. But at the same time, do your very best, along with your personality. Win your clients over so that they'll brag about you and brag about your work. Because word of mouth is very important. Word of mouth can take you up, or bring you down. So word of mouth is important. Another good way to get clients is social media. So there are so many different platforms out nowadays. There is like no excuse to not have access to you. So like if you're a hairstylist that wants to be known so that you can build a clientele, like you definitely want to get on social media. Like I said, when I first started, I wasn't really that deep into social media, but once I found out, oh yeah, this is a good way to get clients, and I began to post the work that I was doing, I began to post it, and I was getting some feedback, and people would be like, oh, that's nice, that's cute, you know, maybe I'll come get my hair done, such and such. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this works, you know. And so also, along with like the Ming Lee book and everything that I was telling you that I read, like I began to post my things on social media, and I began to get people from there too. So that definitely another worked. Video I'm going to tell you how to use those strategies to work for you as far as like being on Instagram and Facebook. But for now, I'm just letting you know, like that is another good way to get clients. Even if you haven't even come out yet, you can let people know, you know, my graduation date is February 14th. I'll be coming out of school, and you can find me here, or stay tuned to where you can book your appointment. So you just want to be, you know, like leading up to your graduation, or when you graduate and you find a place that you want, that's a way for people to find you also. So those are the tips that I have for you guys as far as building clientele as a new hairstylist, or new in your area, or a graduating student. I hope that these tips work for you. They've worked for me. What I will say is that, like I said, it took me about a good year to build my clientele, but now that I've been working consistently and that I have a consistent clientele, I'm usually booked out for like weeks or even like a month at a time. So, I mean, it worked for me. So hopefully this can work for you. I hope that you have great success. I hope that this video and these tips have helped you. If so, I ask that you will please leave a comment in the comment box below. If you have any suggestions of more ways to find new clientele, then please leave that in the comment box, because anyone can be, you know, looking to find new clientele, and they might see your comment and like, oh, I can use that too. Let's share, you know, what we have, and is enough to go around for everybody. So let's just, you know, share. I hope that you like this video. I ask that you would push the like button and comment, subscribe, share this video and these tips with someone that you think can use it. And I just thank you again for coming to my channel, and I look forward to being able to be at your service again. So, you know, come back. Thank you for watching Jasmine D TV. If you like this video, I ask that you would push the alert button at the top screen up there, so that you'll be alerted when I post more videos. Thank you for watching Jasmine D. I hope to talk to you again soon. See ya. Just thank you for watching Jasmine D TV, and come back again. Thank you for watching Thank you for watching Jasmine D TV. I hope to